Hey everyone, and welcome back to Thinkiverse, unlocking knowledge across the spectrum every day. I'm Ryan Lamas, and with me as always is the amazing Rona Skolto.
It's great to be here.
Today we're diving into a story that is both shocking and honestly a bit unsettling. We're talking about the standoff at the Four Seasons Hotel in Atlanta. You might have seen the headlines, but trust me, there's a lot more to uncover.
Oh, yeah. This is not your average breaking news story. This one raises serious questions about security, mental health, and frankly, what we consider safe spaces these days.
Okay, so let's rewind to Tuesday, October 29th, 2024. Picture this, a seemingly ordinary afternoon in Atlanta. People going about their day, maybe grabbing a coffee, heading to work, the usual hustle and bustle.
And in the midst of it all, you have this iconic landmark, the Four Seasons Hotel, a symbol of luxury, right? A place where people go to escape, to relax, to feel pampered.
Exactly, and then bam, reports of gunshots start coming in from the hotel. Not exactly the kind of afternoon tea anyone was expecting.
I mean, talk about a jarring contrast. You have this serene setting, and suddenly it's transformed into a scene straight out of an action movie.
The sources we have really paint a vivid picture of the chaos. Police and SWAT teams swarming the area, guests being told to barricade themselves in their rooms, the entire city on edge. It must have been terrifying for everyone involved.
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating is how these sources capture the unfolding drama from different angles. We have eyewitness accounts that give you that raw, on-the-ground perspective, people comparing it to a scene from Grand Theft Auto, guests peeking out from their balconies as police rush past. It's like something out of a movie.
We even have some chilling photos of the suspect throwing furniture out of a window.
And then you have the official police statements,
Hmm.
trying to maintain calm, assure the public that they're doing everything they can to control the situation, and of course the helicopter footage, giving you that bird's eye view of the unfolding standoff.
It's almost like you're piecing together a puzzle, right? Each source offering a different piece of the story. But what's crazy is how quickly this all escalated. 1 minute it's a normal day, the next thing you have this major security incident at one of the most luxurious hotels in the city.
And that's where the timeline gets really interesting. The first reports of gunshots came in around 3:00 p.m. And then over the next hour and a half, you see this incredible mobilization of law enforcement. They cordon off the entire area, evacuate nearby buildings, and start trying to negotiate with the suspect.
I mean, you can imagine the tension. Every minute that ticks by, the stakes just get higher. You know what's wild is this wasn't some hella random outsider who stormed the hotel. This was a 70-year-old resident, J. Stevens Berger, someone who actually lived at the Four Seasons.
That's what makes this case even more disturbing, right? It wasn't a guest passing through this. Happened within what you'd think was a pool, a very tightly knit community. It really forces you to question the whole notion of security in these supposedly exclusive environments.
It's almost more unsettling than some. Stranger bursting in makes you wonder what could push someone who lives in such a luxurious setting to this point.
Right, and the sources offer some clues. One report mentions an altercation Berger had with a hotel employee now. We don't know the specifics, but it makes you think, could this have been a trigger hat? Tension's been building.
And then there's the mention of Berger, experiencing a mental health crisis. I mean, we hear that phrase a lot, Bae. What does it actually mean in this context?
That's a crucial question, and one we need to unpack. It's not just feeling down or having a bad day. A mental health crisis can manifest in many ways. It could involve extreme anxiety, paranoia delusions, or even a complete break from reality.
So we're not just talking about someone snapping because they got bad room service, right? It's something far more serious.
Exactly, and when you combine a potential mental health crisis with access to firearms, well, the potential for danger escalates dramatically.
Which brings us to another chilling detail. Berger wasn't just firing any gun. The reports indicate he used at least 3 different types of firearms during the standoff, and there's speculation he might have had even more. Weapons stashed away, including knives.
That level of preparedness suggests premeditation. It wasn't a spur-of-the-moment act. This was something he seems to have planned, which adds another layer of complexity to the story.
And this is where those questions about security come back into play. I mean, the Four Seasons is known for its high-end security measures.
Yeah.
How did Berger manage to stockpile this arsenal without anyone noticing?
It's a valid question, and one that I'm sure the hotel management is scrambling to answer right now. This incident exposes a potential vulnerability in their system. It makes you wonder, are those security measures really as foolproof as we're led to believe?
And what about the residents themselves? Did any of them notice any warning signs? Was there anything that could have been done to intervene before things escalated to this level?
Those are questions we may never have definitive answers to. But this incident should serve as a wake-up call for all of us. We can't just assume that because someone lives in a luxurious setting, they're immune to mental health struggles or violent tendencies.
It's a reminder that beneath the veneer of wealth and privilege, we're all human. We all face challenges, we all have vulnerabilities, and sometimes those vulnerabilities can manifest in dangerous ways.
And that's why it's so crucial to have open conversations about mental health, to create supportive communities, and to ensure that resources and help are readily available to those who need them.
So, we've talked about security, we've talked about mental health, but there's another layer to this story that I think we need to address: the impact on the Four Seasons itself.
You're right. This isn't just an isolated incident. It has far-reaching consequences for the hotel's reputation, their security protocols, and their relationship with their residents.
I mean, think about it, Theo. Four Seasons is synonymous with luxury, exclusivity, safety. People pay a premium to live there, to feel secure, to be part of that brand.
And now that sense of security has been shattered. This incident raises serious questions about the effectiveness of their security measures. Were there any red flags that were missed? Could this have been prevented?
And what about the other residents? I can only imagine the anxiety and fear they must be feeling right now, knowing that something like this could happen in what they thought was a fortress.
Absolutely. This incident has undoubtedly shaken their trust in the hotel's ability to keep them safe. And it's going to take a lot of effort on the part of the Four Seasons to rebuild that trust.
It's not just about beefing up security either. It's about addressing the underlying issues that may have contributed to this incident.
Exactly. The Four Seasons needs to take a hard look at their policies and procedures, particularly when it comes to resident well-being. Are there adequate mental health resources available to residents? Is there a system in place to identify and support those who may be struggling?
This isn't just about protecting their reputation. It's about fulfilling their responsibility to their residents. They need to demonstrate a commitment to their safety and well-being that goes beyond security guards and surveillance cameras.
It's about creating a community where people feel supported, where they know they can reach out for help without judgment.
And this goes beyond the Four Seasons, right? This incident should be a wake-up call for all of us, regardless of where we live or what our socioeconomic status is.
Absolutely. It highlights the importance of mental health awareness and the need for accessible and affordable mental health care for everyone.
It's also a reminder that we need to be vigilant, to pay attention to the people around us, to notice if someone is struggling, and to offer support.
We can't just assume that everything is fine because someone lives in a luxurious setting or appears to have it all together.
This deep dive has been a real journey. We've uncovered some disturbing truths, but we've also highlighted some crucial lessons.
It's been eye-opening, that's for sure, and I hope our listeners have gained some valuable insights as well.
Remember, folks, knowledge is power. The more we understand about these complex issues, the better equipped we are to address them.
And the more we can work together to create a society where everyone feels safe, supported, and valued.
Well said, and to our amazing Thinkiverse community, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope it's given you a lot to think about. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. We're unlocking knowledge across the spectrum every day, and we're thrilled to have you along for the ride. Until next time, keep those minds engaged and stay curious.